Y reanudamos el capítulo. Ah, este es donde empecé. Ojalá me pueda poner a encontrar manuscritos. Oh, miren, aquí hay uno.
In
Y sí,
Bright Falls, I was constantly under attack by birds that were more shadow than flesh and feathers. But this is an evolution. Some of the Taken were actually capable of turning into a flock of birds to escape my attacks and turning back into humans.
según yo ya ese lo había leído, pero bueno, ¿quién soy yo para juzgarlo? Me trabo, me trabo. Telarañas, no quiero pelear contra una araña gigante, por favor.
Oh, not birds again. What the hell?
What the fucking holy shit, fuck motherfucker nigga. Oh. Ah, puto. Ah, joto.
I'm
Me
trapped in the
pegaron muy duro.
darkness. He has started appearing to me. Mr. He can travel back into the world effortlessly, and he loves to rub my face in it. At first, he was just an echo in the darkness, a flicker beyond the edge of my vision. Now he started showing himself, getting
Le iba a
bolder
dar
all the
duro
time,
contra el
telling me
muro
what
a
a great
Alice.
time he's having in the world while I'm stuck here, and what he plans to do.
Tengo que darle casa. Me voy a casar con él. Voy a hablar con la mecánica. Primero vamos por la Magnum. Es cierto. Murió. Como deben de morir los niggas. Los niggas que se visten de cuervos. Hojita.
I don't make friends easily. I know plenty of people, but I don't let most of them close. I've known Barry Wheeler ever since we were little boys. We had the time of our lives. I'd get us in trouble, and he'd talk us out of it. Things haven't changed that much now that we're grown-ups. He's the most loyal and dependable person I've ever met, and all the things that count anyway. You could call him a weasel, and you wouldn't be entirely wrong. You could call him a clown, and I would reluctantly agree.
Se aman. Se besan sus bocas, se tocan sus partes. Voy por la Magnum que está debajo del puente. Porque sí me acuerdo que hay una Magnum ahí abajo. Aunque la verdad esta está bien chida, pero ay, es una Magnum, papu. Su fusil es la onda. Órale. Ahora sí, nenazas. Me las van a par. Clint Eastwood, papus.
Emma? You here?
Hola Emma, linda playera.
Wow, it is you.
Quítatela.
I guess all of it really happened.
You remember me?
Kind of. I felt weird all day, like I could almost remember a dream I had, and then, just before sunset, I remembered the page.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go get those things again.
Not all of them. I went out and got them. Well, most of them. I felt stupid at first, but then it was getting dark, and those things started showing up, and one of them made off with the battery. It ran into the railroad tunnel. There was no way I was gonna follow him in there. Sorry.
It's good you didn't. You should be careful. I mean, really careful.
Yeah, I kinda remember something. Something bad happened to me, didn't it?
Forget it. It doesn't have to happen again, okay? Just do what I say.
Sí, esas tetas
Yeah,
se llaman
okay. God, this is
pervertidos
too
como yo.
weird. Am I going crazy here? Just go get that battery.
No, chinga, ve tú. Es tu
Just the
chamba.
battery. That'll save time.
Sí, sí, sí. Oh, demonios, déjenme lleno de baterías y armas y todo eso. Que si no, no siento que la voy a armar. Oh, sí, papu. Soy el papu de papus.
Night Springs doesn't exist. It's a fictional town from the TV show I used to work on. It was Any Place USA, a place we used as a backdrop for whatever strange story we had that week. One of the stories I wrote for the show involved a man, the champion of light, fighting his evil double, the Herald of Darkness. It was something I'd written back in the real world, something I had a link to, a framework.
Firmware.
Well, this should be
It's
perfectly
just like
safe.
piña colada. Es sarcasmo, ¿verdad? Juan Ignacio Pérez Topo. Ah, no.
Now I just need her to charge this up.
Se iba a romper o algo así. ¿No? Ah, bueno. En la madre. Pinche zorra. Aléjense de mí. Malditas arañas, hijas de su Perkins.
Now
¡Coño!
Night Springs is in Arizona, although not for
Bueno, vamos a
long.
ponernos a leer en lo
It's
que
in
estamos rodeados
Arizona
de
because
arañitas.
whatever the town that has
Porque
become
me da
Night
chocan y
Springs
me
is
dan
really
asco y
called
guacala.
is located near one of the thin, worn places in the world where dreams and reality flow together and life is always a little strange. Perfect analogy for Night Springs. I can't return to the real world. I've tried, but I'm operating on dream logic.
Se cuela en las casas de las chicas guapas, es un pervertido. Chicas, cierren sus puertas de gente como yo.
I know that when I arrive, the clarity of vision I have now may disappear. I've made my plans. I've prepared for this. But I know the transition from the dark place will be hard on me. And not just physically. It may affect my mind, my memory. These pages should help me remember and focus. That's work for me.
My mind. Hola, Emma, enséñame tus chichis.
Okay, I'll charge it. Here. Try not to get killed.
Ponte en 4. te preocupes, soy Alan Wake 2. Esto llamo yo disparar, carajo. Los hombres de verdad usamos magnums.
Well, here we go
Listo.
again. Better get ready to run.
La rueda estaba en su sitio, el petróleo fluía, el CD, la batería estaba desconectada, las luces parpadeaban. El CD reproductor. Ahora es diferente, ¿no? ¿Qué onda, machotes? ¿Quieren enfrentarse con un macho de verdad, con una Magnum? Ah, sí, ¿tú bien mamey o qué? ¡Oh, demonios!
We'll be in trouble. Better hurry. Emma!
Na, 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 na. Ajá, demonios.
This is not the bad thing. Nothing.
Pobre pinche gordo. Ahí está, perra. Ay, hijo de su madre.
Keep your head down.
Oh, demonios, esa no era. Ah, ah, ah. Perfecto, los tengo.
It's okay.
Ah,
It's safe now.
I got a really bad feeling about all of this.
I'm gonna need those keys to the diner now. There's a motel
Todo
key
bien.
there that I have to get.
Oh, hey, you don't have to do that. I have the motel master key. I work for the same company, you know. What's at the motel?
Well, there's a dead guy. He's got something I need to get into the Mount Redtooth Observatory.
God, that's awful. Hey, you wanted to know about the guy who looked like you, didn't you?
The last time you said he had a party, but you didn't go.
¿Por qué se está repitiendo la historia?
No,
No
that's
entiendo.
not true. I did go. It was really great at first, and then I didn't see it myself, but I hear he turned nasty. He hurt a bunch of guys pretty bad, and there was this girl,
You're gonna stay here this time, right?
because the last time I didn't, and that thing. This wasn't supposed to happen again!
¿Y qué? ¿Volvió a morir?
Alice and Barry, my
rápido
wife
muere la
and my
gente aquí.
best friend, are easily the
Parece
two most
Game of
important
Thrones.
people in my life. And they've never really gotten along with each other. I suppose both of them resent the other's intrusions into what they considered their domain. After I was gone, they maintained an uneasy truce. My book stayed in print, still selling, the licensing machine churned away. She was my wife and controlled the intellectual property. He was my agent and took care of the business. I wish they found more common ground.
Mhm. La, 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 la. Aquí está el tipo morido. Otra vez al observatorio y luego.
It's said that nobody knows what the future
Esto
might
ya me está
bring,
cansando.
but for this man, it's no longer entirely true. A weaker man might simply give up, but the champion of light is an expert on destiny. Sometimes the puppet and puppeteer can be one and the same. Mount Redtooth, its top
Se supone que ya
littered
había
with
venido.
man-made eyes that stare into the endless depths of space. Tonight, the champion of light will depend on them to pick out a message from the ether.
Sí me está sacando de show esto.
As history
cara de
repeats
drogadicto.
itself, the man remembers the patterns. He knows that he needs the missing part for the telescope.
That's where the camera should be. As a storyteller, my first real
¿Me
love
permiten
was
leer?
crime.
Sí, gracias.
In that genre that I finished my first novel, starring the perpetually miserable Alex Casey, whose entire life was a wound that never healed. The books sold as fast as they hit the shelves. I wrote 5 more Alex Casey books.
Pinches fotos. ¿Dónde está el lanzagranadas? Eso, 2 disparos nada más, papu. Ya en realidad no hay que leerlos, ¿o sí? Soy un poeta de bordel, un borracho. Tú eres la princesa, pues este gacho. Ah, demonios. Na 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 na. Jejeje. Demonios, ¿dónde está el auto? Consigue el equipo de formación de imágenes. Ay, tengo que seguir la pinche estrella y yo haciéndome voy acá. Papu. Sé que el salto a la next gen. Fusil de caza. ¿Cuál es el fusil de caza? Vamos a ver. ¡Uy, nena! Lindo. Genial, el 5 de julio, mi cumpleaños, y estoy todo enfermo. Na 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 na. Pa 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 para. Na 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 na. Demonios. Así dispara un arma de verdad, nenas. ¡Ajúa! Muere Hellboy. Él me los voy a agarchar. Vamos.
You'll have to forgive me, but this feels very strange.
Doña Chema, ya le traje
Seems
esto.
like this has all happened before.
I have the replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
Sí, sí sucedió.
All right, let's get it installed.
Pura paranoia esto. Colócala, colócala, colócala.
I think we can give this a go, although I have this strange feeling that something will
Don't
go wrong.
start it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. Alright, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you
Sí.
go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things. All of this is very strange to me.